Hi there beautiful people, welcome back to another video and welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Femke and as you might have noticed, my voice and all that jazz, it's just a little crumpled and my nose is so stuffed. We have been sick here in my household for the last 2 weeks. It's been pretty bad. We actually took our 1-year-old to our pediatrician just to give him a checkup because I was scared because he had to puke so much and it was terrible. Fortunately, he is getting way better at the moment. And yeah, last weekend I was just not able to do a video because I was just taking care of everyone here and I was doing some sick time myself while at it, but you know, as a mom you can't be sick or just stay in bed or anything, you just have to keep on going. So yeah, that's why there was no video last week. But because I'm really getting back into my roots, into my nail art schwung, I really wanted to do a cute Valentine's Day design. I have done not really something super similar to this, but it does contain some cute hearts as well. I did that a couple of years ago on my super long natural nails. My nails are actually quite short at the moment. That's something you would definitely know if you've been hanging out with me here on my YouTube channel for the last couple of years. But I am going to do a super cute, almost like a rainbow hearts skittle kind of manicure. It is super easy to do. You only need some regular nail polishes of your choice. I am going with 8 different colors from an older Catrice limited edition collection. I think it was like an Easter collection from like a couple of years ago, which I love. The colors are so cute. They're so spring-like. And because it is kind of like Valentine's Day-ish, but I didn't want to do a full-on pink or red design, I just decided to grab 8 different colors and just work like in rainbow order with them on my nails. So I am going to do some little hearts and dots in 2 colors per nail. So I am going to start off by just prepping everything. I just got a couple of dotting tools, but in the end I only used one with 2 different sized ends, and I'm going to use both of those. So yeah, what you want to do is load up your dotting tool, and I have on forehand placed a little bit of the nail polish on a little tile that I have. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can just like swipe your dotting tool across the brush that comes straight from the nail polish bottle as well, but I just prefer working like this, and in between I'm just cleaning off my dotting tool real quick if I'm going in with the next color. You don't necessarily have to do this if you don't want to. You can just use a second dotting tool with the same size or maybe even a different size. That is totally up to you. Like, I try to do my nail art designs as easy as possible with the least amount of tools and products needed so that pretty much everyone can recreate this. I really love to set the bar really low when it comes to stuff like this, because even though I have been doing nails and nail art for, let me think, over 2 decades, I just want everyone to like see it is really easy and a lot of fun as well to even just start it out. It's okay if you make mistakes. It is just nail polish and nail art, and you can just remove it if you don't like it and start over, you know. It's really easy. And also because this is regular nail polish, it is way more easy to remove compared to doing gel polish or acrylics or poly gels or anything like that. And yeah, you know, I just like to keep it accessible for everyone, whatever floats your boat, you know. So whether you are beginner, whether you're a pro, or maybe somewhere in between, it has to be fun and it has to be doable as well. So yeah, as you can see right here, I'm actually showing the footage in real time. So I did cut out some how do you say that, like footage where I wasn't really in frame or in focus mostly, just to show you that it doesn't really take a lot of time either to do your nails like really cute. And of course, if you choose to do this design with just 2 colors instead of 8, you work way faster. You don't have to clean your dotting tool as much in between as I did. In the end, or at least in between going how do you say that? In between of doing the different nails with the different colors, I decided to clean off my dotting tool with a little bit of nail polish remover. You can use some acetone for this as well, but I just tend to use and have on hand the non-acetone nail polish remover, so that is what I did. Just put a little bit on a cotton round and just swipe off the excess color before going into the next nail with the two next colors, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I just place a little like dabs of polish on my little tile, which is actually just a random wall tile that I used to work for a web store that sold like stuff for your bathroom, so tiles, but also anything bathroom related, so toilets, showers, bathtubs, stuff like that. And there were some packages of tiles that were damaged back then. I think it's like 6 or 7 years ago or something, and I was like, can I get a couple of those 10 by 10 tiles, because they seem really handy for nail art? And everyone was looking at me like, whatever girl, that's crazy, just take them. So I got a couple of those tiles, but they come in really handy. If you do want to use like a little tile or a plate or anything like that, but you don't have like the tiles I have right here, you can actually get some super like cute marble looking tiles. You can get them at AliExpress or maybe at some like nail art stores that are close to you, but you can also just use like a plate that's in your home. You could use even one of those plastic throwaway plates, which I'm personally not a big fan of because that's like a lot of extra junk. But yeah, you can just use anything when it comes to stuff like that. You could even use like a little like piece of a plastic bag. You could even use a little piece of cardboard. You do want to work fast if you place it on something paper or cardboard like, because the like moisture from the polish will soak into that cardboard. So yeah, that's just something you want to keep an eye out for that if you are going to use that. But other than that, you can just really use a lot of different stuff that is around the house. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm already on the third nail out of the 5 that I'm showing you for this particular video. Sometimes I kind of mess up my hearts, but I think it looks a little more cute and a little more like cartoony. Of course, if that's not the like end result you want to go for, just take your time a little bit more by placing the hearts, creating the hearts. It's so easy to do this design. I don't really have any words to explain how exactly I do the hearts. It's just easier to just watch the footage and just see how I do so. Of course, sometimes the hearts can get a little wonky, just like the big light blue one. You can just go in with a little extra polish. Don't worry, sometimes it gets more wonky or you're like, ooh, how am I ever going to make this work? But trust me, I'm adding a little more, which looks a little weird as it is now, but once you have applied your finishing glossy top coat, it is like totally smooth out. You don't see any wonkiness anymore. One tip that I do want to give you guys before going in with your top coat, and that is one thing that you will see when I am going to apply my top coat as well, is to wait long enough for these colors to be completely dry, especially if you're like me and working with very pigmented polishes, especially the red and the orange. Those are so pigmented that I actually smeared the color a little bit across the nail while applying my top coat. So one thing you can do is of course wait a couple of minutes longer before going in with the top coat. Or you can do like me and grab a bunch of top coat on your brush and just kind of like smear, or not really smear, like overflow it onto your nail, but not that much that it runs into the cuticle area and onto the skin next to the nail. You just really want to load up your brush like a mofo and just flow the top coat across, and that way you don't smear the pigment that's in the colored polishes and your manicure is just lush and gorgeous and oh, beautiful. But yeah, you know, even though I have been doing nail art for such a long time, I do mess up my hearts every now and then. You can see here as well the bigger light yellow heart. It's wonky, it's kind of all over the place, but I was like, you know, it is late already. And I just think it looks cute anyway, so I just kept it the way it was. And of course you can always flip around your hand to look at your design from another angle and just add some extra dots if you want to. Of course you can fully skip the dots as well if you don't feel like adding any. If you only want to add like a couple of hearts, be my guest. There are no rules to nail art in my opinion. And once again, for this design you don't have to be a nail art ninja or have like super intricate ninja nail art skills, and you also don't need a lot of tools. If you are just starting out doing nail art and maybe you don't have any like dotting tools or anything like that, there are a ton of household items you can use to do a design like this. You could use the end of a bobby pin. You could use the end of like those sewing needles with the little balls at the end. You could even make a dotting tool yourself. You could use like toothpicks, anything like that. Just decide how big of like a dotting tool you want to use or create and just wing it. You know, there are like tons of household items you can use to make the cutest nail art, and that is something that I really want to put out there as well, because a lot of nail creators use like super expensive tools, like super expensive nail art brushes, detail brushes, stuff like that. I just got my dotting tools like years ago from AliExpress. They were like €1, maybe €2 for a pack of 5 or 6. I got a bunch of them. Of course, sometimes brands do send out some stuff to me, but for this specific video, I'm just using everything that I've bought myself. And if that is not the case, I always mention it. So don't worry about that at all. I'm not like fooling anyone. The only thing I do have to mention is that the top coat, I did get that one sent out to me by a PR company from Catrice, but I've been working with them for ages, so a lot of the bases and top coats that I do use from them, I did get them sent out for free. But other than that, they are really inexpensive. I think they're like €3 a bottle, so it's not like the end of the world if you want to get it. And here you can see I pretty much smudged the pigment from the colored polish. So yeah, wait the appropriate amount of time before going in with your top coat, or just wing it like I did for the rest of the nails. Just slather and slide on a thicker layer of top coat. Here you can really see that's a thick layer that I'm slapping on. So if you do choose to go for that option with a thicker layer, make sure you definitely wait like at least 10 minutes before doing any like excessive with your hands, because otherwise your manicure will be dented, it will be scratched, it will be ruined, and you have to start over again. But yeah, this was pretty much the entire design. Let me know what you think about it. And also, I really hope that you liked this video and me doing more nail art tutorials again, like I used to do at the beginning of my channel, like a couple of years ago. I really love doing this, and I really love being able to get back into my old schwung when it comes to nail art. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Are you going to celebrate Valentine's Day? Me, myself, I actually have my 20-year anniversary with my husband next week, so we are going to celebrate. And yeah, just let me know anything in the comments down below. I love to talk to you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. And as usual, I hope to see you next time.